This is the only guide that you are going to need for Carnival in Salvador, Brazil, one of the biggest parties and best carnivals in the world. Let's go. Carnival in Salvador, Brazil lasts for 1 week. This week, it was from February 8th to 14th. Next year, it's going to be at a different time. It's from the 27th of February to the 4th of March. However, if you get there beforehand, pre-Carnival, there's going to be tons of parties. And even before that, there's Dia de la Manchas, and Salvador's known for its street parties every time of the year. So those big trucks that you're seeing are the Trio Electricos, and they go through the different circuits. There are 4 different circuits in Salvador, and you can choose to follow them, wait for them to pass by, and the musicians perform on top of those Trio Electricos, those big, they're like roaming stages. And there are people that hold the ropes around it so that they can make sure nobody gets too close. Plus, one of the ways to celebrate Carnival is to pay for a Blanco shirt, and they let the people who have the Blanco shirts in and the people who don't out. I'll talk more about the ways to enjoy Carnival later.
Everybody is walking this way.
You are telling me that another Carnival is supposed to start again when I thought to myself that it was already finished.
So yeah, as my friend Han was saying, as one truck goes back, they wait a little while to make sure there's enough room between them and the music doesn't overlap too much. And then they send another Trio Electrical out with another one and another group of people following behind it. So you may also be wondering where you can get food and where you can get drinks. But drinks is really easy. Along the sides of the roads, you will see a lot of stands with coolers. And all of these people are people who are selling beer, Skull Beats, which is like a drink in a can, a cocktail in a can, and lots of different drinkable items. And you can just go over, it'll cost you like 3 for 10 for like beers, or like 2 Skull Beats for 15 reals. The prices tend to be pretty standard. And someone might try to rip you off, make sure you're getting the fair price. They should be listed. Now for food, you can just go to any of the street vendors. They'll be a little farther outside the circuit, but there will be a lot of street vendors out there for you. If you are staying somewhere a little farther from the Carnival areas, the restaurants around there will probably be open.
What you got? What's that? ¿Qué es eso?
Carne, puerco, me olvidé. Perdón.
It's pork. You got some beef.
Carne,
you got farofa. Should be good.
Ensalada.
So there are 3 main ways to celebrate Carnival in Salvador. The first one is that you can go pipoca. That means you're in the middle of the streets, you follow whichever truck you want to, but then you're competing with everybody else for space, and there isn't really anybody protecting you. It can be kind of dangerous. I didn't see any fights, none of my stuff got stolen. I had a dolera, that's the little pouch that I wore around my waist, and I felt very secure with that. I felt less secure with my fanny pack, that's why I bought something else. The second way is to purchase a Blanco shirt. And there are many different Blancos, and that's really a group that follows one particular Trio Electrico. They all get the same shirt, and then they're allowed inside the rope that the people who are holding the rope are blocking off. And they see you with the shirt, then you can just get right inside. And you can pick one for a band you really like. It's definitely a lot calmer, especially if some of the ones that are earlier in the day, they're more like samba bands. They're very calm, they're full of people of all ages, and they're still a ton of fun. It'll cost you anywhere from 400, 200 reals to maybe like 600 reals to get a Blanco t-shirt. I'm not sure about the higher end. The last way is a camarote, and a camarote is basically a party that you buy. They can be really, really expensive. They go up to 1.2 thousand reals, which is only $400, which for a big party is not that bad. And they're all, I think, all you can eat and all you can drink, or they will tell you whether they are. The more expensive ones definitely are. And then you get to go inside this venue. You get to go upstairs and you get to watch the carnival as they pass by from the top. And if you want to, you can go down and watch and walk with some of the bands. And it's a lot of fun. Also, what you can do is a lot of these camarotes sometimes have concerts within the camarote, and there can be some massive concerts. I did the entire thing pipoca. I'm a budget traveler. One of the most famous bands from Salvador is Olodum. You might have heard of Olodum because they did an album with Michael Jackson. The music video of They Don't Care About Us, he's wearing the Olodum t-shirt. Also performing with Olodum, those drums, that's what Olodum is. And I really loved it because it felt very spiritual for everybody around. It wasn't the biggest like party, but the music's incredible and everybody was just in such good vibes. So there are three main circuits in Salvador Carnaval. You have Circuito Campo Grande, which starts by the Campo Grande area and then goes down through the center, kind of towards the center, down Carlos Gomez, and then wraps back around. That's one of the big ones, and that is where I saw some amazing performances. The one that they have is Baratinha, which is in Pelourinho, and that one's a lot smaller and it's more for like families. There's also Baja Ondina, and that one's a really large one as well. And that one tends to have a lot of big name pop singers. Campo Grande one tends to have a lot more artists from Salvador, but they're all fantastic. And every single one you go to will be fun, some bigger than others. And there definitely is a thing. There are also lots of different stages that will have shows going on at different amounts of time. It is difficult to film a lot of times at Carnival because during those best moments, well, for me, the best moments, I enjoy dancing with like packed people. At least we were jumping up and down and like having mosh pits, so that was fun. It's hard to really like bust it down. But it was a lot of fun, and it's hard to film those great moments because I worry so much about my phone being stolen. Yeah, so the safer areas is kind of the more low-key areas. So this group you see here going crazy is Mukiranas, and they basically were established and are a bunch of cross-dressers by this guy, and they become a really popular group, and they're all men, and there are so many of them, and they have it every day. Now, they have a lot of fun. Be very careful. They don't really understand. No, they push boundaries. They started yelling at other people. They honestly tried to touch my penis. It's not okay. But nobody's going to do anything about them. But they also have a ton of fun, and it's a sight to see. I'm not saying it's okay what they did. It is quite a sight to see. They also carried a bunch of dildos around, babies, baby dolls. Not babies, not actual babies. And they had, I mean, most of them are there having a good time, and there are definitely people that push fucking boundaries. I mean, it is for everything.
that's Mukiranos, and as you can see, here in Pelourinho, it's a lot calmer, a lot more relaxed, a lot more family-oriented. And honestly, if you wanted to have a day where you wouldn't have to worry about much stuff, go there. And it'll be a lot of fun. Be a lot more drums, too. And this is what I had to eat most days. Honestly, I just got food on the street, and they had the grilled meat, and then you can get it complete or on a stick, and it's really tasty. There's so many more Blocos than what I just saw. I mean, you have Daniela Mercury, Aveci Sangalo, Anita, among others that can put on massive, massive shows. So you can't go wrong wherever you go in Salvador. And then my friends wanted to go see this band called Baiana System, and I've never heard of them, and it was the most amazing time I have ever had. This was definitely the highlight of my carnival. Not to say that the rest wasn't fantastic, and I don't really have more videos than this, but this was by far the best band concert thing I've been to. And look them up on YouTube.
Toda a família conversa de dois, trabalha comida pra dois. Feijão com arroz, comida no prato, chegando visita é pra quatro. Isso é do cara, faz parte do povo. Palhaçada não sinta, que eu sinto a presença de vocês. Moleque, das 7, da boca, das 8, deixa eu falar. Hoje o caboclo dançando, o caboclo se formando. Perdemos o norte, perdemos por um, perdemos por mil. Perdemos o negócio do Brasil. Podemos ser dois, podemos ser um. Se não por aqui, ninguém faz frio. Vamos ser cultura como o Brasil. É pra escravidão, é lembrar. Sozinho ninguém vai distante, tropeça na vida e depois. Geral, o cabo na conta, né? É pra que toque que né? Vários da roupa lotando o local. Chego da tava na ponta, né? É pra que toque que né? Vários da roupa lotando o local. Chego da show, é o que eu sinto. Que maravilha. Vai fazer? Vamos fazer junto aqui. Olha ela!
Carnival in Salvador is not for everybody. If you don't like being scorched with tons of people jumping up and down, it gets really, really hot, tons of loud music, it might not be for you. There might be a different Carnival. In Rio, they have the Sambodromo, or, it's not really a thing. And, everybody has what they like and what they don't like. But yeah.
And with that, you survived Carnival. we did it. And I still have my phone. And we have Nessa's shoe. So let's go. Thanks to everybody that I met at Carnival. If you were there, that was fucking amazing. And here's your guide to how you could survive probably the best carnival in the world. So yeah, you should go next year. Just go.
Thanks for watching. If you have any more questions about Salvador Carnaval, please let me know. Please subscribe, like the video. Thank you so much for watching, and here is me dancing for a little bit. It's not very good, I'm sorry.
One time.
A little, there you go, a little more, there we go. I'm good, I'm really proud of you. Oh, flip up, flip up.
All right, you got it. Got it.
Oh.
Aw.